Okay, what we have today is a 65-inch Samsung edgelit LED 4K TV. The model number of this TV is a UN65M as in Mary, U as in unicorn, 6290. That's 6290. And what's going on with this TV is it obviously has no backlight. Right now it's on, so you may have sound. I'm actually going to hit the menu. You can hear it. You can take your flashlight. And if I put it right to the screen, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I can see where it says support, general, broadcasting, sound, picture, and over here, so my light is flush against the screen. So let's take this bad baby apart and see what the fluck is going on.
Chi-Town's finest.
Okay, just to verify the model number on this TV, 65MU6290. The version number is G as in golf, A as in alpha, 01. Whenever you are ordering parts like main boards for these Samsungs, make sure that you do use the version number. Okay, and this TV was manufactured in January of 2018, so it's almost 3 years old. Okay, now one thing about this TV, it has absolutely no screws in the back except for the actual stand, but other than that there are no screws, so you're gonna have to use something to pry it up with. So I'm actually going to use my drill and take the stand off, just the 4 screws. Nothing too hard about that, right? Pretty much self-explanatory. And then we're going to proceed to take the back off. Okay, so I've got my stand off. But anyway, on these TVs are actually, this is how you start with the back cover. There's actually 2 holes at the bottom of the TV on each corner or side. And we'll just look at the one here on the left. And basically what you want to do is take something like this. This here. Okay, and just gonna stick it up in there. And then kind of lift it up with not too much pressure. Okay. Do that on each side. Once you do that, then you can actually take a prier tool and pry the rest of the back cover off. Yes, we'll just take both sides. We're gonna do one side at a time. There's actually a tool that they make especially for this TV, Samsung TV. You can get it on eBay, just put in Samsung TV, back cover prior tool or whatever. I actually lost mine. I don't know where, if I left it in the customer's house or whatever. But you can use stuff like this if you get stuck. But usually, once you take that part up, you can actually take your hand and carefully lift the rest of the back cover up. Okay, the back cover is up, and if we look closely at the power supply board, the plug to the right, as you can see, is going inside the TV. that is the actual plug for the LEDs, okay? Which I'm just assuming that is our problem. I'm not going to check on this video because I use this meter right here. The one I showed you in the last video, this new high-tech meter that they have out, LCD, LED checker that they have out right now. And I think it actually blew the strips up because they were all reading open, but in actuality, when I was testing them, I actually blew them up. And so it's just 2 strips. This basically 4 wires for each strip. Okay, so there's like 2 lines on each strip, a total of 4 lines. So basically what I'm just gonna do is go ahead and take the TV apart, and as you look at it, there's really nothing much to it, right? Okay, there's just a power supply board, T-con board here on the bottom, up under this shield, and main board, T-con board, and power supply board, and the speakers. Wi-Fi module down here, power button over here. Okay, so actually, I'm just going to pull the speakers out. Okay, so those won't fall off or get in the way when we turn the TV over. As a matter of fact, I might keep those in because it's like there's no support once I turn it over. So let me see here. These are in there pretty good. So I think I'm actually going to leave those in for right now. You know what? No, I have to take these off because we have to get to our driver boards to release the screen, and they're up under these plates right here. Okay, and so those are going to have to come off. I'm going to disconnect this here. This is our LDVS cable going from my main board to our T-con board, and I'm actually going to take this. I'm going to pull the whole entire cable off. Okay. There we go. Take this off. Don't forget to put that back on. Only goes on one way. Okay. Okay. Speakers. Okay. I'm just going to unplug my Wi-Fi module right here. This is for the Wi-Fi. Okay. It looks like it's stuck on this bracket, right? You know what? This is gonna have to come off. Looks like, period. Okay. So that's off. And our infrared detector. Okay. I'm gonna leave it on for right now. And what I'm gonna do is actually pull off these brackets. There's a bracket covering the left and right driver board. They're separate. There are no screws in it. So, oops, almost made a boo-boo there. See? Okay, that's the left side, and this is the right side. Release our tabs for our driver boards. Left. Right. Okay. Close them back. Okay. And I'm gonna leave this tape on for right now until I flip it over. There's 2 pieces of grounding tape on each driver board. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is actually flip the TV set over. Okay, now I'm actually up under the TV. As you can see, I got it flipped over. Those are my driver boards in the bottom. Now, the outer bezel is loose at the bottom, okay? But in order for us to get the sides, as you can see, there are some little clips right here. You just have to push the plastic, the black plastic piece back, which is obviously connected to the outer bezel. So we push it in, and then it'll lift right up, and just keep going down the line all the way. Push it in. That might help. Okay. I'm trying to do this one hand and hold the camera, so yeah, we push it in, it lifts up, and just keep going doing that all the way down. All the way around, actually. Okay, I was able to, once I got the 3 sides up, I was able to wiggle this out with my hand, okay, and lift that right up. Make sure to get off the tape off of the driver boards, and also this connector for the driver boards. Okay, and it just slide right out like this. Push the little clip on the top, push it over that. Voila, that's it. Okay, take them to the screen. Okay, now we have our diffuser screens, okay, and I'm going to do like I always do and mark the bottom left corner, a little small. I'm actually going to mark the whole thing. I'm going to mark the actual screen, the diffuser screen, the thick one. So actually I've got one, and then the actual thick one. Okay, so it's just the two, and I'm also going to mark a dot on the chassis. Okay, let me know that those two screens, these two screens go that particular way. Okay, so let's grab these. As you can see, there's some notches on top right there for the top screen, and let's just take this bad baby off. Now, as you can see, we have a clear piece of plastic, okay, right here, and up under that is the paper. Now, obviously, this clear piece of thick plastic is obviously what's spreading the edge-lit lights around the screen for the LEDs. And let's see, obviously these are gonna have to come out. Will it be this easy? Twist them out? Nope. And that screen is actually what makes the TV. Okay. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And isn't that very nice of them? None of those are up under the circuit board. So we'll just take something long and skinny and stick those out. Push those in. Push the little middle piece in. Hopefully that should do it. So when you put it back together, this piece goes in first, and this piece with the, wait a minute, what's going on here? Yeah, this part right here goes in that, okay? Okay, so in order for us to get this assembly process all the way down and pull this plastic clear piece of screen out, there are 4 brackets. One here, there, one on each side. Okay, I've already got that corner marked in purple. Mark this corner in a different color right here. So when I reassemble it, I know exactly how it goes. Okay, now I believe where these are, let's see here, we're going to have to pull this off from the other side. It's probably clipped in from the other side. So, and looks like the side pieces would have to come off first. Okay, actually we'll just take a prior tool and pop these 4 brackets off, one on each side. I think the side one comes off first. Just stick it in here and just pull it out like this. Okay. Now this top piece, this piece right here, where the actual LEDs are at, these actually clip. These are actually hanging over the outside of the frame. They actually clip out from the edge, from the outside. Okay, make sure to mark the edges of the metal frame with your marker, same color marker that you mark the edges of the sides with, at least one corner. That way you will not be confused when you put it back together. Okay, once those diffuser screen brackets are removed, this actually slides out. There's a groove at the top, and you will see actually mark the plastic screen too. I'm going to take this in the white paper up if I can. There we go. That's going to keep me from leaving fingerprints on the bottom. Let's actually put this right over here. So basically it's just some grooves so you can put this out with your hand. 2 pieces, one there. Get some little notches in the back of it so you know which way it goes, right? And then one here. I'm actually going to outline this so I know. It was actually some notches right here on the metal plate, so you know that the front end, this part goes over the plug for the LEDs right here, and there's some notches right here, some stoppers, and so you just put that in first. That should do it. But either way, just gonna mark each piece just in case they're different. They don't look like they're different, but. Okay, now we are down to our actual LED strips on the heatsink. And as you can see, there's one here and one there. These are the plugs. And basically all I have to do is just pull this off. It comes out pretty easy, it looks like. I want to unplug it. Get my fingers in there. Here we go. Probably best to take it off first. Okay. And I'm just going to actually mark and see how deep it is in there, because any little, and I can actually see one that is actually burnt right here. There's 2 burnt on that side, and one burnt a little bit on that side. But check this out, I'm just going to just mark it right here so I know where it goes. And this is the middle. Okay. Then when I put the new LEDs in there, I know how far they go down. Okay, so I'm just going to pull these off. Comes right up. Okay, there's no sticky stuff on there, so I'm going to unplug it if I can. Come on. Push it in. Pull one out. That's one. There is a little sticky stuff on here, but no big deal. Okay, these are the new strips. Okay, they do have the adhesive on the back once I peel that blue paper off, but they are the same exact ones. So I'm just going to make sure there's no debris down here. I'm going to actually pull this off that I want to be sticking out. Pull this stuff, old stuff off here. actually going to sit it down in here and center it first. Make sure I got it even. I should have marked the end, but that's okay. Looks like it only goes in one way. Cool. This little white broken clips. Make sure you move that out the way. Okay. So start with this one. Okay, actually I bought these strips off of Shop Jimmy, and it came with a modify or upgrade. Okay, it says this repair is recommended only for experienced technicians. After installing the LED bars, we strongly encourage you to perform the modification on the power supply board. Okay, that can be seen here. They have a YouTube video, and it says replace resistors R11 and R12. Okay. As shown in the video with the included resistor from Shop Jimmy. After this modification is done, the LED bars will run much cooler than the stock ones and will prolong their lifespan significantly. Now, this TV actually had a shorted MOSFET on the power supply board, okay? And I ordered the original ones. They actually have a kit because I guess what happens is the LED, just like on a lot of other Samsungs, including this edgelit one, when the LEDs short out or whatever, they blow out the power supply board. I'm not sure. So I'm actually gonna just try to fire this TV set up now, because I did replace it with another FET that was compatible, and see if that's going to work. And then I'll just go ahead and install these resistors R11 and R12 on the power supply board. I can't really tell the value right this particular moment, but we will check it. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the power supply board. All right, and the two resistors are, let's see, that you replace are this one here. Okay, this is evidently the plug for the LEDs. It says LED right there. So these resistors right here, they're actually 2 ohms. 2 ohms. You can read it. I did check with my meter, but the ones they send you with these strips are 4.7, I believe, ohms. Okay, and so that's supposed to, I guess, decrease the current going to the strips. It's actually the LED circuit. But what I have found was that when I first checked the TV, that this MOSFET was actually shorted. Okay, these are the driver FETs, evidently for the LEDs. As you can see, instead of using bigger ones, they use these little cheap ones, you know, surface mount, right, LEDs. So I did replace it, and of course now if I'm getting a either only one side of the strip was lighting up and it was flashing. Okay, the other strip was not lighting up at all on the other side. I did recheck the strips. They are all the lines are good. Okay, but There's also a kit that Shop Jimmy sells that includes both of these FETs, okay? One for each side, each strip, right? And this is the driver chip that also is included. Now, why they didn't include that with the strips, and also it came with the two resistors, the same ones that I got with the strips, okay? And I'll show it on the screen, okay? Like I said, my thing is, why didn't they just send the whole thing, you know, with the two FETs and the driver IC, and just the resist, we know, and with the resistors, instead of just sending the resistors, and they could have just charged extra 10 or 15 bucks. So it actually delayed me because I had to, of course, order that, right? Because I did a check on this IC here. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you what I found and how I knew the IC was probably bad, because once I did that, I still wasn't getting any lights. Like I said, the TV still wasn't lighting up fully. Okay, so how I figured out that the IC was most likely bad is I just measured the pins. I couldn't find the exact pinout online for that particular driver IC, but I know it's a dual channel driver IC. Okay, and I started checking the pins on it, and to ground. Okay, so I got my meter on continuity ohms or diode. Okay, and got it grounded. Cold ground. Okay, I've got a little reading there. Okay, another, that makes 3. Okay, so that's at least 4, or is that 5? Yeah, 4. Now there's no way in the world an IC should have 4 pins going to ground. Okay, it's only a 16 pin IC, 8 on each side. So I'm gonna go ahead and change both of those MOSFETs again with the new kit that I got. The IC, and I'm also going to change those resistors, and I'm going to try this board back in there and see if that is going to work. Okay, so this is the actual repair kit. I think this was like 15 bucks, I believe, off of Shop Jimmy for this power supply board. This is the LED driver circuit repair kit. Both of the, let me see, it's both the transistors, Q9101C and 9201C, okay, which are both located here, and there's one there on the other side of the transformer right there. Okay, and then we also have the driver IC, it's IC901, and both of those same resistors, the ones they gave me with the LED strips. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this baby rolling. Okay, so we replaced our controller IC, the 2 transistors, and both of the resistors on top there. That one and that one. So let's put this bad baby back in and see what happens. Now this only has one screw. This actually slides in with the clips. Okay, so to get it lined up. Push it, locks in place. Got one screw here. We'll go ahead, hopefully we can find that one. Wait a minute. Wrong one. Okay, so I replaced that board. Now on that new driver IC, I did check the pins to ground, and on the new IC there are only 3 pins that were shorted to ground or going to ground or whatever. On the old one there was 4, so there definitely was a pin shorted. I'm gonna plug it in. It should automatically pop on. Voila. There we go. Okay, as you can see, both sides are lit up. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna put these back over our LEDs. Just line those up. There are actually some clips right here. Going down, you'll be able to see where they go. Okay, now we're going to put in our stand-ups. Okay, you only go on one way. There's a notch on the white part. Put the white part in first. And put in the clear part. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put in our brackets. I've already got the top and bottom one put in. Okay, and these should be marked. Okay, that goes that way. This one goes to this one, and these just snap right in. You see that? Okay, plugged in my LDS cable and my two connectors going to my driver boards, and I'm going to put in my brackets that cover, metal brackets that cover the driver boards. Okay, and they got some grooves in them, so I guess they only go on one way, obviously, right? Okay guys, look like we are done. I can tell by those LEDs, they are not very bright. This is really actually a cheaply made TV. Let's see if I can actually turn the backlights up. Come on. Contrast is up. Okay. Okay guys, well, that's it. We're done. Thanks for watching. Make sure you do subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Big Dog out.